Today I fucked up by researching my husband's genealogy and finding out we're distant cousins. My husband and I have been married for over a year now. We met on Facebook through a friend somehow. We became friends and remained in touch for about a year, and later found that we both have family roots in Oklahoma. We got to know each other better and shortly after we begin to date. Instant chemistry. So we fall in love and fast forward a year. My husband finds out that he's Seminole Indian from his mother's side. They are intrigued and I am too. I shared that I'm Chickasaw Indian from my mother's side, and we joke about the possibility of us being related. I'm from Oklahoma and he's from Pennsylvania. The possibility of us being related wasn't even a thought to me. So I did some genealogy research on my husband's maternal side of the family. I find his great-great-grandfather who is officially Seminole Indian. We are excited at this point because we find that his grandmother was also born in Oklahoma on Seminole territory. Well, I decide to go back a little further and I become alarmed when I find my mother's maiden surname down the line. I look into it further and find that they were born on Chickasaw territory in Oklahoma. At this point my adrenaline kicks in and I immediately jump back to my mother's family tree. And there I found her. The woman that connects us. My second great-grandmother and my husband's third great-grand-aunt. The first thing I thought of was my mill saying, I feel like she's a part of me. When we first met. Hey. Funny how that works. No going back now. We're married and we have a daughter together. It really is a small world. Too long did not read the title. Apologies for any grammatical and/or spelling errors. Edit. I'm not disturbed by this, I'm just really shocked. It's fine, don't flip out over it. People tend to generally stay in one geographic area. Lots of people all around you are distantly related somehow. Practically can't avoid it. That's actually kinda cool. I can see why it might disturb you at first. But your kid will have quite an interesting ancestry of being two tribes. We did a lot of research on our family history. Going back about 500 years, my family has gotten together in various ways via marriage and employment a good 5-6 times. We have two common ancestors from totally different timeframes. Funny thing is, each side of my family hates the other side and it's actually documented as far back as the U.S. Civil War in 1850-ish. Well, they say it's okay to marry your fourth cousin, but after the first three you really should stop counting. My husband and I did this too but found out I'm distantly related to his best friend. I wouldn't worry about it. Even as close as third cousins are genetically strangers. You're good. Here in Louisiana anything past first cousins is cool with Jesus hooray. You are statistically as related to him as any other rondo in the population, at least genetically speaking. And this link in the genealogy is only uncommon in that you were actually able to trace that far back. Today I fucked up by chewing on my father's cock ring. Today I fucked up by chewing on my father's cock ring. This happened few years ago. I am 23 now. I was in my parents' room when I was 13 and at the time I had terrible ADHD so I would always chew on pen caps and anything plastic. I would spend a lot of time in their room because that is where the big TV and game consoles were while my parents worked. One day I'm snooping around looking for some batteries for the Xbox controller when I found this rubber ring-looking thing with a little knob-like tip making it look like a rather large ring. I thought it might have been for something but could not think of what it could be. In my mind I thought that would be something nice to chew on cause it's rubber. It also was oily. In my stupidity I thought it would be nice so I started chewing on it. The taste was bad so I put it back. I honestly do not know really why I chewed on it but I did. It wasn't until years later when I heard Eminem gave Elton John 2 cock rings that I decided to Google what they were. My mind instantly knew what I had done all those years ago. Too long did not read. I found a rubber ring in my parents' dresser and chewed on it. Ended up being a cock ring. Okay, I should probably make a burner for this but, I distinctly remember finding my mom's diaphragm in my parents' dresser when I was a kid and playing with it. If I chewed on it my 20-something self must have repressed the fuck out of it and I thank him for that. I'm not going to make a burner for this. Because idgaff. My younger brother once found a used condom of my dad's, and started chewing on it. I have never seen my dad move so quickly when he realized what was in his mouth. My brother's mind would be scarred for life if he ever found that out. So, naturally I'm going to bring it up one day, when the time is right. If this happened to me, you wouldn't be able to get this information out of me if I was at gunpoint rolling on the floor laughing. On the bright side, you didn't like the taste of your father's cock. GIF. Giphy, BFA9FFNIU5P0s. So your mouth isn't virgin. Don't feel bad. I had to throw out my favorite cock ring because one of my cats found it and decided it was a chew toy. It happens. GIF. Giphy, JQMV FIPW in KCC.